Now this might sound a little bit crazy, but if you just give me 7 minutes, you might finally overcome your fear of public speaking. And I know, it's a pretty bold claim to make, right? But the exercise you'll discover in this video changed my life, and it might do the same for you. As context, this was me 10 years ago, terrified of public speaking. I was the kind of person who would start shaking uncontrollably the moment I had to step in front of really any audience. And I tried everything, right? Books, breathing exercises, power poses, nothing worked. At one point, I even felt like, okay, I guess this is just who I am, right? I guess I'll just never speak in public, or at least avoid it. That only changed in October 2017 when I stumbled across this rather strange article. When I read it, it sounded insane, but I was desperate. So I threw on my sweater, went outside, and I started walking. That's when I saw a man in a suit coming towards me. And a bit shy, I said like, excuse me, sir, can I give you a hug? And the man looked at me, sure, yeah, bring it in. And he gave me this awkward man hug. And I just stood there, ooh, this actually worked. Now that day, I discovered an exercise called constructive embarrassment, and it changed my life. So, what's constructive embarrassment? It's exactly what it sounds like. You intentionally do something a little bit embarrassing, like asking a stranger for a high five, lying down in a coffee shop, or maybe dancing in a public square. Now, before you jump into the comments and say, Philipp, this is dumb, I hate you so much, I hate people that do that stuff. Hold up, I get it. I know it sounds ridiculous, but to understand why that stuff actually works, let's go back in time, okay? I want you to meet Bob. Bob is your great grandfather. Ooh, that was difficult. Bob lived in a tribe. And if the tribe liked him, well, that was awesome, right? You got food, fire, and protection. If they didn't like him, well, that sucked big time. He'd be kicked out of the tribe and probably be eaten by the next lion. So Bob became obsessed with one thing. Am I fitting in? Did I say something wrong? Are they judging me? That fear, back then, made sense, right? His survival depended on that. Now fast forward to today. Here you are, you've probably got an iPhone 16, a meditation app, and maybe even a smart fridge that tells you when to drink your oat milk. But your brain, well, it's still basically Bob's brain. It's constantly scanning the room for signs of social rejection. So when you stand up and you speak in front of others, your brain goes wild. Oh, what if I blank out? They can tell that I'm nervous. What if I mess up? You're not afraid of public speaking. You're afraid of being judged, of being rejected by your group. But hey, the good news is, there is a fix for that. And that is constructive embarrassment. So, what kind of challenges are we talking about? Let me help you out there. Let's say you're just starting out and you care a lot what other people think. Well, maybe you want to start with some of those more beginner-friendly ideas. Maybe ask a stranger for a high five. Maybe give a genuine compliment to someone, stranger. Or maybe ask a random person about their life advice. You are like, so what's the best advice that you've ever received in your life? If you feel bolder, well, then maybe try some of those more challenging tasks. Maybe dance in a public square, announce the weather in the subway, or lie down on the floor of a coffee shop. Now you can do one tiny challenge every day. That is awesome, right? I'll actually include a list of my last 30-day challenge in the description below. But the other option is also you can do just one big challenge right before that big moment or that big presentation. I did exactly that before my TED Talk in 2022. On that day, I was in that packed train heading to the venue. And I thought, you know what, let me get ready. And so I stood up in front of the entire crowd and I said, hey everyone, I want to sing a song for you. Now, you should know that I'm not a good singer. I'm a terrible singer. I cannot hit a note. But I started singing this random reggaeton song. People were turning away thinking like, this is terrible, please stop, what are you doing there? But I kept going. I finished that whole thing. Then I sat back down again. Now later that day, I stepped onto that red carpet of TED. And you know what? I felt okay. Because I thought, hey, I just sang in a freaking train. I think I can handle that. Now that's the power of constructive embarrassment. All right, now that you have some exercises that you can do, how can you actually get started and not just think about it, but actually do it? And for that, to help you with that, I've developed a system called CEO, Count, Embrace, and Own. Now just think of yourself as the Chief Embarrassment Officer, if you're a little bit like a business nerd as well. But let's break it down. First step, C for count. In the beginning, I'd spend hours looking for the perfect moment to embarrass myself. It was like, no, maybe this person, no, maybe later. Sometimes I'd spend 2 hours walking around and I still hadn't done any of the challenges. That only changed when I discovered Mel Robbins' 5 seconds rule. The second you spot an opportunity, don't think, but instead count in your head. You're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, and you go for it. It helps you to not overthink it and then just start moving. Second step, E for embrace. Now, when you do that challenge, your body will likely freak out. They'll be like, abort mission, everyone is watching. Please stop now and leave this country forever. Now, that's totally normal, but don't do this, don't fight it. Instead, just breathe and notice. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Maybe your chest is tight, maybe you're thinking, oh, I hate this. Good, stay with that, because those are the exact same feelings that come up when speaking in public. And if you can handle them, you can handle them anywhere. Step 3, O for own. During my first week, I did one challenge where I laid down on the floor of Starbucks. And as I was lying there, I count 23 seconds when the barista walked over and he asked, sir, are you okay? And immediately I jumped up and I'm like, yeah, sorry, I was doing this constructive embarrassment challenge where I want to put myself on purpose, blah, blah, blah. And I was just making up excuses. Now that just makes it easier, so don't do that. If someone asks you, why are you doing something that weird? Tell them, because I felt like doing it. Or tell them, thank you for asking, I just wanted to lie down on the floor. If you start embarrassing yourself on purpose, you'll build that kind of confidence that really most people only dream about. Confidence is one thing, but there's one skill that the best speakers master as well, and that is storytelling. If you want to become a better storyteller, check out this next video where I'll show you how to tell unforgettable stories. See you there.